not every day an artist from Buffalo gets, articles written up on him in the Source.
Bro, that felt good, bro. That felt good. Even not even just the Source, but all hip hop too, which wrote something about this project. Hype magazine. I shout out JBOOGZ a lot just for spread getting eyes out there and everything, and just there's a lot of attention drawn to this project for whatever, just from not even just in the city, but outside the city too. Like it's just like I meet new people every day online that just tell me that they love the project and that it was refreshing to them and a breath of fresh air, and that they listen to it. Tell me which songs that they like. Another thing too that I was talking about today, I don't think I've had anybody tell me the same favorite song on the project.
That's a beautiful thing.
I haven't had a consensus favorite yet. Like everybody really switches up their song every single time I talk to them. So I feel like that's a good sign, because all my other projects, like I feel like there was like a consensus favorite. Poetic Vice, it was Fade to Black. You know what I mean? Lil Homie, it was Affirmation on Lil Homie, and then like Bird's Eye View. Like all the other albums that I had, there was like clear favorites, and like this one so far, at least so far, I don't feel like there's like any like clear number one yet, and that's dope.
Oh yeah, that leans towards the slow burn. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we gotta keep having conversations.
Yeah,
we gotta keep talking.
It's gonna age like wine, I'm hoping.
Hey. Okay. Out to the pay for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Out to the pay for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
What does the future look like for your podcast?
Yo, welcome back to another episode of No Label the Pod. It's your boy Nels. Man, we appreciate all y'all for subscribing, liking, sharing. We just got monetized, so I should probably bleep that out, Dante. So we appreciate y'all, and we couldn't have done it without y'all consistently supporting us. You know what I mean? Running up the views, the likes, the comments. Just continue to support us. If you want to follow up with anything No Label the Pod, you can go to nolabelmedia.co. You know what I'm saying? You can sign up for our newsletter, and we can sign up for our newsletter, and you know what I mean, stay focused, stay tapped in with us. We got some dope stuff coming. Today we sitting with an artist. We running it back. You know what I'm saying? It's been about 3 years since he's been here last.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's put out a bunch of projects and it's never stopped working. And that's really part of the No Label identity. People who really are about this music life and who really like stay consistent. We pick people we sit down with purposely, intentionally, people who care and put their heart and their soul into their music. And I'm glad this is brother here embodies it. Jaydense, what's good, man?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, bro.
Appreciate it. You already know. Shoot. So 3 years can be a short time or a long time, depending on how much work you putting in, man. How things been for you since the last time we sat down?
Bro, it feels like a long time. We'll just say that, because I've been putting in a lot of work. I don't even feel like the same artist that sat across from you guys like nearly like at all a couple of years ago. But I appreciate you guys for having me back. I'm happy to be back here and sitting down with you guys. So
No, word. Because I'm listening to the new project, and I'm like, you can hear the growth just as like, even if somebody hasn't heard, you can hear the growth as a person. You know what I'm saying? You can see it, and from the production, from just like how you carrying everything, it's dope to see.
Thank you, bro.
Dope
Appreciate
to see.
you.
No doubt. So you got a new project out?
Yep.
Cognitive Distortions.
Yep.
Where can everybody get that? All DSPs?
Everywhere. Yep. Even SoundCloud, which is I didn't do for like the last couple of projects, but it's out everywhere. I made sure that this one was really available for like when it came out. We spent a lot of time like with the rollout and everything, like kind of dropping a couple lead singles. So I wanted this one when it came out to kind of just be like, you guys get the full project like all at once. And I tried not to be like, I tried to be a little bit of secretive too, kind of with like what the sound of the project was going to be. Like I only dropped like two. It's a big project, you know what I mean? So it's a 20 songs, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
my biggest project that I've ever done. I underestimated it, but there's a lot on there, you know what I'm saying?
How many songs did you cut and like had to narrow down or?
So like there was like maybe one or two that we cut really, but like we like I had an idea to have like 22 to 24 and this be like a deluxe, like where we dropped like maybe 18 at first and then did like 6 later on. And then like the way that it ended up, just everything was very natural with this project. Like I had the beats for 16 months, so I've had this for like a long time. So I've just kind of let everything with this project come together naturally. The whole like idea of it, like the theme, like everything was just like it just like over time I was like, oh shit, I have a whole album that has a theme and I didn't even try it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
so.
nah, that's good. That's good art right there. And even looking at the cover art, you can tell it gives that little like the Mr. Krabs meme. The cognitive. What made you come up with Cognitive Distortions?
So Cognitive Distortions was actually one of the first songs that we made off the project. So actually when I linked up with Young AK, shout out to Young AK and Vibeside Studios, they helped me out like immensely throughout this whole entire project. Like, you know, with the engineering, not only that, but also like the visual of like all the visuals and everything have really been them as well. But for the project itself, like the idea that came about was like the song that we had called Cognitive Distortions is one of the first songs that we had like from Boog, like that I sent to Boogs, and he was like, yo, I really, really rock with this and this whole entire idea that you have. And like it was really just me kind of like just like losing my mind on this track a little bit, just kind of talking about everything and really just being like emotionally honest about like not only, you know, how I feel about myself like as an artist, but also just like what I feel about my art and in my life, you know, which are two separate things. Like there's a huge balance that I, you know, like that's pretty much what I'm talking about, is the balance between being an artist and being a person, and the, you know, waking up sometimes and feeling like this is like past due and that you kind of need to let this go and focus on like what you really need to be doing in life. And then sometimes I like wake up and I'm like, dude, this is exactly what I want to be doing in life, and this is what I need to be chasing like with all of my time and effort. So that's what I tried to embody on this whole project. So I feel like the 20 songs that I picked were like perfect just to display the message. Might even have been a little bit too much, but
Hey, you found a good balance. You know what I mean?
I think so.
No, that's tough. Do you find it difficult to like kind of like take off the like Jaydense hat and like be the rapper and like Jada person?
To be honest, like over the last, I would say probably, and I'd say it's probably because of this project too. Like I feel like I've been just Jaydense, and that's just been who I am for like the last couple of years, and I love that because I feel like in the beginning, yes, like there was kind of like a thing where it's like, oh, like now I could be myself and I could act like, you know, Jaydense, which is like what I feel like I'm truly am, you know. And now I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just who I am to everybody. So
Okay.
you get what you get no matter what is where I'm at now. So and that's kind of what another message that was on the project too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like myself again, and all those songs that were kind of just talking about me getting back to being who the hell I am. You know what I mean? Soul Food, which is talking about me getting back to my roots and you know, being with family and shit. And it's just kind of like I'm unapologetically me on this project and in life right now, and that's great. So
Yeah, that's dope. And you definitely set the tone on the Welcome All. And
Yeah.
it's just like, yo, it's like, and hearing you say it now, it's kind of like, yo, you're welcoming all of you
Yeah.
to it. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? That's dope.
Yep.
That's definitely a dope concept. So outside of Cognitive Distance, the title track, what would you say were some of your staples on this project?
Say from like a message standpoint, like what like the message that I'm trying to convey on the project, the songs that I would pick that I would go to immediately would be like We Ain't Kids No More. I feel like that's a great representation of like the message I'm trying to display on that album. Myself again. What are some of the other ones? Mind Right, great track. Drained, great tracks that are kind of just talking about the overall message that are on the album itself. And then like staples that are just like, I feel like they're just fun songs and great ones on the project that are just like, that kind of define the sound of the project are definitely Need Your Love. I think Need Your Love is just like, if you think of the album right now, you think about that sample, the Need Your Love sample, like at least for me, you know? And then Please Don't with Rob, I feel like is a great song, super hype for everybody that's kind of like, you know what I mean, especially right now with like the weather being better around here and windows
that's a great
down.
performance track.
Right, exactly. Just a pregame track, you know what I mean? Closed Case with Cap, just because I love the chemistry that Cap and I have, and I feel like that was like a cool one, just especially with her going into a little bit of an R&B route right now. To have her just kind of talking her shit on that track was like, I like it for that reason. Myself Again, I feel I didn't mention that on the backside. That's a great just record overall. Biggest Fan is a great one just for like an overall message. I don't know, man. There's a lot of good songs on that. I feel like they all, but the front half of the album was definitely designed to be more talking my shit. The first like 9 songs and then the last 11 songs were more designed to be like more in depth, more talking about like the actual meaning behind Cognitive Distortions. You know.
Got you. Yeah, and that's the definition of a concept. You know what I'm saying? You get deeper as it goes along.
Yeah.
So, with the term like you're talking about how all your music embodies like that cognitive distortion, and coming into yourself, do you feel like artists now kind of use like authenticity as like a buzzword, and it's just like it sounds cool, you know what I'm saying, versus like truly being authentic?
I think yeah. I feel like I see that just like in artists sometimes where it's like it almost seems like it's forced, but like I don't. For me personally, like I like being authentic is like so like, or I preach originality, especially in music. You know, like I'm a big, that's so unprofessional right there, but yo, so I'm such a big. That ringer's going off immediately after this question's answered.
That's authentic, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, true to self right there. But at least it was Sports Center and not like some bullshit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think authentic, being true to yourself and just being original, especially in your music, is just like so important to artistry. And I feel like people could tell like when it's fake. So for that reason, like, I feel like most, like everything that I say on the track, like whether it's, you know, being like I'm saying it straight up or whether it's metaphorical, like all of it's real and it has like a connection to my life somehow. So for that reason, I sleep good at night. You know?
Getting that sleep at night is the key.
Yeah, not a lot of rap cap at all with Jaydense at all. So that's a good thing. You know?
And that's appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And we're in a time now of the chat GPTs, the just click and anything can happen. Like, like where are the humans at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking about real shit, like mental health, and like talking about like actual things that artists deal with too. Because like I don't know, I've had people tell me before, like I make music music for artists too. Like I feel like I do. I don't know what that is like for myself too, but I like make music for artists as well, because a lot of the shit that I talk about is mental health in relation to being an artist. You know what I mean? So like that's why I feel like a lot of artists like my stuff. You know?
That's real. And I was scrolling on Instagram the other day, and I watched the Conway freestyle.
Yeah.
Over the Make You Pay freestyle.
Yep.
And it was just like good 3 minutes. He's talking that talk.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, this is why I don't listen to rap as much now, because he's doing it at such a high level, and he's truly being like, yo, this is what's going on with me.
Yeah.
And this is like, this shit, it can, I don't know. My rap is, I want my raps like this. Yeah. And it's like people are just trying to give you what you want to hear. That shit is whack.
I don't like that either. But I really like that Conway freestyle. You addressed a lot of stuff in just that 3 minutes, and I thought that was really, it was true to him. I like the way that he sounded on that beat too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was really dope. I wish you would have picked low key the Firm Friends one though. I think that would have been dope. If you did pick the conductor beat for that, would have been sweet.
Yeah.
But,
do you think that there should have been like more of a discussion around that topic? Because I think for a while we're from Buffalo, so a lot of conversations were going around. It was like, oh, what's going on with Griselda? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Do we think there should have been like more of a topic, or part of me feels like it kind of like slid halfway under the radar?
I feel like it was like people talked about it a little bit, like little tiny things got out here and there where people were like, oh, and then everybody was like, nah, you know, and that kind of happened like,
it's like, no, we don't want to look at this.
And that kind of happened like a bunch of times where so I kind of just from hearing it, like I kind of believed it the first time, and then people were like, nah. So I just kind of, I don't know, it didn't really surprise me as much when he came. I was almost like waiting for it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
word.
I was waiting for it. I was also waiting for him to say some other stuff too, but like, well, that's a different
time will tell.
Know? Yeah,
time will tell.
Because he's got some shit to address. He does.
Oh, without a doubt. For sure. So just with everything they did for the city, and how do you feel like the state of artistry and rap in Buffalo is right now?
I think it's like better than ever right now, and it's
Low
got me
key.
excited. I don't know if you saw it in my face right there, but yeah, like I'm excited about like hip hop in Buffalo right now because I feel like there's just like a lot of really good characters right now. Like there's a lot of good up and coming artists, like not even just in hip hop, but in the fields around it too. Like just like the R&B artists, like just culture, hip hop culture in Buffalo right now is just doing really good. So that makes me excited, and I'm excited to see what else people drop this year and everything. I hope that I've inspired people with Cognitive Distortions. I feel like I have, so I'm excited to see what else comes out of the city this year. But
Yeah, and it's not every day a artist from Buffalo gets articles written up on in the Source.
bro, that felt good, bro. That felt good. All it's even not even just the Source, but all hip hop too, which wrote something about this project. Hype magazine. I shout out JBOOGZ a lot just for like spread like getting eyes out there and everything, and just there's a lot of attention drawn to this project for whatever, just from not even just in the city but outside the city too. Like it's just like I meet new people every day online that just tell me that they love the project and that it was refreshing to them and a breath of fresh air, and that they listen to it, tell me which songs that they like. Another thing too that I was talking about today, I don't think I've had anybody tell me the same favorite song on the project. Like
That's a beautiful thing.
I haven't had a consensus favorite yet. Like everybody really switches up their song every single time I talk to them. So I feel like that's a good sign, because all my other projects, like I feel like there was like a consensus favorite. Poetic Vice, it was Fade to Black. You know what I mean? Lil Homie, like it was Affirmation on Lil Homie, and then like Bird's Eye View. Like all the other albums that I had, there was like clear favorites, and like this one so far, at least so far, I don't feel like there's like any like clear number one yet, and that's dope.
Oh yeah, that leans towards the slow burn. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we gotta keep having conversations.
Yeah,
we gotta keep talking.
It's gonna age like wine, I'm hoping. So
yeah, I see that. I see that happening. It's like I listen to like a good majority of it, but there's still some tracks I gotta sit down with and like play it back. I'm looking forward to it.
It's good, and because we've listened to these songs so much by now. Like we're working, like I told you, I've had these beats for 16 months. We've adapted like versions of these songs. We've added features. We've listened to these songs so many times before like it actually dropped. And we still like all day today listen to this album, and we're just like bumping it in the car. Like it's just like I just honestly, just as a fan of hip hop, I like the album unbiasedly as a hip hop fan. So like that's all that matters to me. I made a project that I would want to listen to. That's all that I make music for myself at the end of the day anyways, so I'm happy with it.
Dope.
Especially with it being a 20-song project. I'm happy.
For sure. That was a lot.
Deluxe.
Getting those articles. Do you have a publicist, or was that just groundwork?
No, I worked with his name is Jake Strain. I work with him a little bit, just like with PR, so him sending out ideas. He's got a little bit more connections than I do. He owns Jaydense and Prove magazine, so both of those magazines as well, shouted out the album. So he's helped me out definitely, and just like kind of getting more eyes out there and working with new people. But for the most part, this album has done everything just like completely by itself. All the write-ups have been like the song's been played on 102.8 in LA. And it's actually still playing. It's on a 14-day cycle of Rising playing in Los Angeles. Rising also in France and Australia, international radio play before the album even came out. You know what I mean? So all of these things happen completely organically. So the album is just really this is already like, this album itself is like my whole entire press kit going forward. Like it's already like done. I've already had so many accolades from this project that I've never had before, and it really just started. Like we're not even a full 2 weeks in, so hell yeah, man. Or actually, no, we are a full 2 weeks in as of today. Yeah, so.
No, that's a beautiful thing, man. And independent, right?
Completely independent.
Completely independent, man. And
from Buffalo.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fire, bro. Just what would you say people... You hear all the time, it's like, oh, independent route. What have you learned from the independent grind?
It's hard. It's hard as hell. Like there's no easy way to say it. Like it's kind of like the way I've been describing it lately is like an embarrassment ritual, where like you kind of have to be putting yourself in front of people and like getting your name out there, especially as an independent. Like I manage myself, I promote myself, I market myself, I do everything myself. So it's like I annoy myself with the shit that I be doing sometimes. Like this is what I have to do. If I care this much about it, I have to be serious about it. So I have to market it properly. I have to do ads. I have to send my music out to whoever's algorithm might not have me high up there. You know what I mean? Like I gotta try to put it in front of the people that I think are gonna like enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I'm gonna do that by any means necessary this year. That was my whole entire thing that was my whole cognitive distortion with this album, is that like I want like to appease myself with like my art and make people like see what I'm trying to do. Like that's what my biggest thing was this year, is make people see what I'm trying to do and appease myself with the art itself. So hopefully that happens. I want the world to know.
No,
about
I
this
see
shit.
I see it in your future, bro. I see everything you want, because you putting in the work. You're putting in the work, and those things that happen for you organically 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
That's the snowball
but
effect.
The art means most though. Like the art's first. Like that's the first thing for me. Like AK could tell you I was writing today. The album just came out. I just dropped a 20-song project. I'm writing music today. Like my grind hasn't stopped. My hunger hasn't stopped. Like I'm excited for what's next. I think that this album is like the start of a run for me. So I'm just like already plotting the next move, thinking about what's next. What could we do next? How could we create a moment? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what's coming later. So
Yeah, I see tours. I see tours in your future, man. Remember last time we talked? We talked about over at Electric City. You were about to do a tour with Mark Battles.
I was. Yeah. So that hopefully is still happening right now. It's been postponed. There was something that happened with that whole entire tour to where that it didn't end up happening for me, which I was really excited about it. I told all my people about it, so it was kind of like a little bit embarrassing on my end, where it's just like it didn't end up happening. But shit like that happens in the industry. That's another thing that I've learned. You know, I've learned a lot just about the industry through this project too. Like, this is my most official project as far as like clearing samples, all that shit, like on the back end. So it's I've just learned a lot. But Mark Battles and that whole entire tour, didn't end up happening. I ended up actually going out to Boston, and then the show got canceled, and then after that the tour kind of faded away. But I guess it's gonna come back at some point. I just don't know when. I guess he just needs, it's a product, it's a supply and demand thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He just didn't have enough projects out for the tickets to be moving the way that he wanted them to. So had to go back to the drawing board. But that's all part of the game. And then we got a lot of stuff going forward. Mark Battles and I have not stopped working in any capacity. Actually, we're really just starting to get working right now. So, he's offered me a lot of opportunities through this. He wants me to be like kind of a part of it. 1215, who was on Cognitive Distortions, is like under the Vasi camp. He's like with Mark Battles, and they have like a joint collaborative project that's coming out soon. So, he's just kind of getting me integrated with their whole entire team, which is going to be way more valuable than a tour going forward. So I'm really excited about all that stuff.
Oh yeah, one door closed, a couple more open.
Hell yeah. And that's what it was about too. Like I felt like I was very down about that whole entire subject for a while, and then a lot of opportunities because of it presented themselves, and it just kind of it ended up being like one of those divine timing moments where it's just like you just gotta accept the bullshit, and then the good will come out of it later, and that's what ended up happening. So thankfully,
Yep. Nah, that's how it goes. Have you been in talks of, outside of just with Mark Battles? Have you been like in talks about maybe doing some spot show dates?
So there was a talk of one that was happening in Los Angeles at the end of June, but I haven't had them confirm that with me yet, so I don't want to say it as like a for sure thing.
Okay.
But I do have some more things planned just for, I'm at Jack, I don't know when this will come out, but I'm at Jack Rabbit on Wednesday the 10th. So I'll have more show dates in Buffalo coming out soon, and kind of around here too. Got one in Toronto coming up as well. So
Okay.
The Rising was on the Canadian hip-hop charts. It's on there for 6 days.
Nice.
Yeah, from 420 to 426. Went on a 420, ironically. But yeah, so 6 days on the Canadian hip hop charts. Also something that's never happened for me. So that's just like another accolade that this project has gotten. That's just insane. That it's only 2 weeks out. So.
Nah, yeah, bro. It sounds like the start of something beautiful.
It definitely. I hope it is, bro. God willing. God willing.
Oh yeah. So.
I'm already regretting this hoodie.
Terrible. Oh yeah.
Terrible idea.
It gets a little stuffy in here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so from your time, just from the start of the album to like its completion time now, have you ever thought about like shortening that process, so you could, because I've seen before you've been putting out like 2 projects a year, maybe like something like that.
Yeah.
Would you consider dropping again?
Yeah. No, I'm not done. I'm gonna be dropping again. I got more like, so I was making like a lot of R&B, like more melodic tracks before I went into, you know, really like the full process of this album. Like I was still making hip hop, of course. Like I was rapping like on a bunch of different stuff that I still haven't dropped. But like for the most part, like I was trying to get into a little bit of a bag, especially after Showstopper, my last album, which was more melodic, of like more of like a like an alternative R&B type of bag. And I still have that sound on like a lot of songs that I have going forward that I want to keep like dropping as singles here and there for the people that do enjoy it. But I feel like the majority of my supporters really like hearing me rap. And for that moment, or for that reason, I'm going to like kind of be doing all my projects going forward are going to be more like centric to rapping and hip hop itself. And then, you know, I'll kind of have like my little alternative R&B spurts here and there too. So I'm just gonna kind of switch it up. I'm just gonna kind of just be like I said, unapologetically me going forward. I have a lot of music and I need to stop hoarding that shit. That's like the biggest thing for me too. Like I've already gotten to the point where I've already like songs have expired in my vault, like to where it's like they'll never come out like, at this point. You know what I mean? Like I've made better music. I'm not gonna go in and backtrack now. You know what I mean? So like I've developed new sounds over time, and with that, there's a lot of, you know, vaulted songs that probably will never see the light of day. But as sad as that is, like I feel like going forward, I just got a lot of good stuff that's gonna be coming out of here like very soon.
Okay.
Sooner than you'd think for just dropping a 20-song project. I got more coming, so.
So just like in more recent news, we had the Drake album just drop.
Yep.
And he was able to have that rap album, the more melodic, and then the more like experimental, maybe like dancey joint.
Yeah, freeze the world.
Yeah,
Freeze
for
the
sure.
world.
Did you rock with Iceman in the other project?
So I rocked with Iceman. I wasn't like the biggest fan of the other two albums, and like maybe that's just because I need to digest them a little bit more. But like for Iceman, I liked Shebang. I liked all the Make Them records. I love Firm Friends. Jaydense, Shut the Fuck Up, guys, got to be mentioned because that song is like stuck in my head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, crazy.
No matter whether I listen to it or not, it's stuck in my head. So I liked it. I just like, I don't know. I feel like for the thing is that it's 43 songs. You know what I mean? And for it being 43 songs, I could only like take maybe like 8 to 10 of maybe like 6 to 8 of them that I like really like I'm gonna be rocking with going forward that I added to my playlist. And I feel like that in itself, like that ratio isn't too good, but I also think he was just trying to get out of that deal too, like for some of that. I don't feel like all of those songs were made directly for this album. I feel like a lot of like some of those songs on the Maid of Honor and a Beepty where it kind of like cuts a little bit.
For sure.
But overall, I think he did what he intended to do. What he intended to do was freeze the world. He wanted to drop a R&B album and a hip hop album and be on all of the charts everywhere. It be Drake all the way down, and it is. So he accomplished what the hell he wanted to do.
That's a fact.
Yeah, for that reason, you know, shout out to Drake. So
hell yeah, it's funny because everybody was expecting me to just like, because everybody knows I'm a Kendrick fan, but it's expecting me to just kick his back in. I'm like, no, I like the album.
Yeah.
Like me and Mara was up listening to that joint like late as hell.
We have a friend group chat and we were all in there kind of just like absolutely like having war about this album when it dropped, like just split, people thinking this way and people thinking this way. And I was kind of one in the beginning that was just kind of on the fence about it. And I think the reason why I was on the fence about it the most is because I didn't listen to Iceman first. Like I listened to, I think, Habibti first and then I listened to Maid of Honor, and then I listened to Iceman last, and I liked Iceman the best. So, for the first two, I was just kind of, you know what I mean? And then I got to Iceman, and I liked that a little bit better. But I don't know. I don't know, bro. I woke up mad early. Like, I woke up at like 5 a.m. excited to listen to that shit, and I saw that, like, all the cover, because I already knew that he was dropping 3 albums before I went to bed, I'm not gonna lie, but I woke up and I just saw the 3 albums out, and first the order that it was in, I just kind of I clicked. I think it was Maid of Honor or Beepty first. I forget which one. I think it was a Beepty, but I don't know, bro. I didn't choose Iceman first. I should have went Iceman first. That probably would have changed my idea of everything off the bat.
For sure. And I feel like the people who said they didn't like it or don't like it, y'all don't like music. Like y'all care more about celebrity and just like the whole appearance and everything. It's like, yo, fam, bro made good music.
Yeah,
I don't care if you argue where he got ghostwriters. He made it, whether he wrote them or not. The music was good. You can't say it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, but man, we'll see. I
don't
think
know.
it's gonna be a
Outside
great-
tweaking is probably the only one that I'll combat that with. Outside tweaking, I feel like just kind of that hurts my ears a little bit. I don't even know if I can listen to that full song. You do, bro? That stunt is
Jim, that
I
joke go crazy.
I
in
don't
the
like
gym, maybe.
shebang. I do not like shebang.
Oh, see, dude, I like shebang.
That's a
fuck with
hickory dickory
shebang.
dot ass song. I'm good.
Okay, I saw that flow. Like that's so fun. They even put like the beat like over it and
it's,
shit.
It's very evident, and
Yeah.
it
Where does
reminded
it
me.
go in my head? Like, yeah.
That shit is like, it reminded me of, I think they did that with Yachty's song, the One Night joint.
The reason I like that one, I think, is just because I kind of like the creativity of that flow in itself. Because like just going like he really used that for like the whole entire song, like using that flow of kind of like proposing kind of like a question or a statement and then answering it with something, which was kind of, I felt like that was kind of cool and kind of hard to do in a way, but
Yeah.
But I definitely see how it came off hickory dockery as hell throughout the whole entire thing.
Nursery rhyme, man.
But yeah, I like shebang. That was one of the ones that I did like, to be honest, off the bat. Like I added shebang. I added all the Make Them records. I thought all the Make Them records were good. I like firm. I like Conductor, bro. I fuck with Conductor. That's a goal of mine, is to have a Conductor Jaydense song, bro. I'm putting that into the air right now. So
it's on the way.
If somehow Conductor gets his eyes on this, bro, we need to work, bro. I want a Conductor beat so bad. That would be so sweet.
No, that's a
dream collab right there.
That's tough.
So boom, we got a top 5 segment.
All right.
So something that me and Nelson was talking about earlier when it just came to your projects is you always have good production and you have a good ear for beats that you also sound good on. Because some people, they pick good beats, but it's like, you shouldn't really be rapping over this. You do a good job of actually like picking beats that fit your style that are also still stand out.
Thank you.
So who would you say, I'm going to give you 2, you can pick which one is easier for you.
Okay.
Either your top 5 favorite producers or your top 5 favorite beats of all time.
I'm going to say top 5 producers. And I'm going to say Conductor, just because of what I just said right now, I would probably say my favorite. I'm a sucker for like soul. Like that's why I worked with JBOOGZ on this project. Like I like the way that he be chopping samples up. Like I like sample chops. I think that not only is that true to hip hop, but like also it's just like, it's like soul food. It's soul cream, bro. There's something about like those sample chops and like a good like vocal sample that
it's like a feature without having a feature.
Literally. And like also you guys can probably hear like in my music that I use the sample as the hook sometimes. Like I really do. Like I'll use the hook or the sample is like a very big part of all the songs. Like Need Ya Love sample is very prominent in that song. It's like the whole entire, Fade to Black, the sample is like one of those things that you recognize in that song. So like I like artists that or producers that use like soul chops like that. So I would say Conductor, Alchemist. I really like the Alchemist. See, this is a kind of a curveball with this, but I really like Wanda Girl. Like Wanda Girl is really fun, crazy as hell. Like I really like Wanda Girl.
Wanda Girl got Buffalo ties too. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Architect Beats is kind of crazy with it. I like his stuff a lot. And then, damn, I don't know who to put for my 5th one here. I'm missing a lot of people here right now too, off the top of my head.
Especially when it comes to them soul samples.
Yeah, definitely.
I was waiting for Kanye.
Right, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Heatmakers, Justice League.
I would probably put Ye in there just for the soul samples, probably at 5th. But I'm missing somebody else too. There's somebody else that I'm thinking of really hard right now. There's just names not coming to the top of my head. But I'll put Ye in there for the 5th because he needs to be in there somewhere.
That's a good 5.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Ye.
And how did you and JBOOGZ link up?
So JBOOGZ and I linked up because he has like a series on Instagram where he'd be like I was chopping this shit up, right? And then I had this heinous idea. And then he like goes into like his beat break. So it'd be like I was chopping this shit up, right? And then I'll play the sample for a little bit and then it'll be like I had this heinous idea, and then it will go into like what he did with the sample, like how he chopped it and then the drums and everything. And I followed him because of it, and I was just listening to it and supporting his page and everything. And just like after a while I just hit him up and I'm like, bro, like we need to work together. Like, I really fuck with your shit. Like, here's my discography. Listen to these songs. I think that you'd appreciate. And just like, if you want to work together, let me know. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I was just kind of testing the waters with it. And surprisingly, he hit me back and was like, bro, like, you're fire. Like, let's set something up and kind of work something out. And then he sent me a pack that was like, was not anywhere near 20 songs. So like we started out like I think it was maybe like 6 or like 3 to 6 beats. And I started writing to him and I sent him back like Rising and like Different Over Here. Like these were the very early ones, like Rising, Different Over Here, and like Cognitive Distortions, which is solid 3. And he listened to those 3 songs and was like, yeah, bro, like I really like what you're doing. Like here's a few more. And then after that, it got to a point where it's like, we're not at an EP anymore. This is now an album. So we started kind of building the idea around the songs that we had and kind of just, like I said, just very naturally letting everything come to life. And it came together very well.
Were you able to get in the studio together?
We weren't, and we were supposed to. I was supposed to go to New York and link up with him, and it's still a plan for us to go to New York because we have yet to drop the music videos. Like, we've been working on music videos too. We Ain't Kids No More is going to be the first music video, and we have that one coming out shortly. But we want to do like more music videos for the other songs as well. And the ones that we're doing going forward, we want to have JBOOGZ involved in at some capacity. So a trip to New York is in our deck of cards, so that'll be happening at some point.
Nah, that's tough.
Yeah, he's out in Staten Island, JBOOGZ.
Yeah,
shout out JBOOGZ.
Yeah, you might want to wait till the
the end of the finals. Yeah.
I know it's madness over there.
Yeah,
right
the Statue of Liberty is gonna come down.
Yeah, they're gonna take it down and put one up at Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you got Knicks in 6.
Yo, I see. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, and New York's gonna hate me for this, bro. But I was very skeptical coming into the series. I'm like, I don't know. I think the Spurs like are really gonna like, especially just with Wemby just being as dominant as he is. Like, I'm like, I don't know if like they really have somebody that could necessarily guard him. And then from watching the first game, I was very surprised by the Knicks. I think that they're just on a warpath, bro.
Yeah,
there's no stopping that team. There's too much togetherness on that team.
And they're hot.
Yeah, and
they're
the chemistry, like, and Brunson just being unstoppable, getting fouled and still dropping shots in and yelling in the ref's face and shit. Like, he's on one right now. Like, they're crazy.
When I see, like, as crazy as he went all year, I saw, like, the flashback. It was, like, Wemby threw his 61-point ball into the crowd. Once I saw that, I'm like, oh, Brunson's on something different. He's going to be something different this series.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, I'm like, he's already...
He is definitely a dog, bro. Yo.
Yeah, bro. This is going to be a great series, bro.
It definitely is, bro.
So we also got a third eye segment.
I hope, real quick on that, I hope it goes 7 for entertainment purposes. I pray it goes 7.
Only reason I don't want it to go 7, I want him to win in New York.
Okay. All right, that's valid. But just for entertainment purposes, I hope it goes 7, bro. I don't know. I think that game 7 would be crazy.
We talked about this earlier. I'm not going to ask you about it, but it did catch me off guard. Third eye segment. So basically, we talk about we've done this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking just in terms of like cognitive distortions. You know what I'm saying? Your mind playing tricks on you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Has there ever been a point where it was just like your mental health was at a low, and then you like, and how did you climb out of that?
Yeah, definitely. Last year was tough for me, bro. Like last year, I just dealt with a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of people that were really close to me in my life, and like a good number of them, multiple people. And it's just like when you deal with all of those things at once, obviously, it's just hard to recover. You're not even done recovering from one thing, and then another thing happens. So it sets you back. And with that, like, I use music for my mental health. That's why this album was about what it was about. Like, I use music to write myself out of things that I'm feeling and to write myself out of, pride, like ego things that I need to get over, and I just write myself out of shit. Like that's how I deal with my life. I'm mad about something, I come home and I write myself out of it. I write my, and that's just how I've been. It really started with poems for me, bro. It started with poems and then freestyling, and then it went to this, and then I've tried all different avenues of this shit, and it just all comes back to the main thing of like, I do it for myself, for my own mental well-being. So you know, for that reason, like it's just natural, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's all just been very like, it just all comes to me, bro. I don't know what, I haven't had writer's block, I don't think, like ever, because I just write about feelings.
That was gonna be my next thing. Is like, you ever feel like you had writer's block?
No, like do you know what I'll struggle with sometimes is that I write things down and then I try to find a way to expand what I wrote. Like I'll write about a feeling, but I'll be like, okay, how do I make this feeling even more metaphorical? Like I'm upset today, but how do I make upset today sound like something absolutely crazy and cinematic? And you know, I'm talking about you know, the wind in the trees and this, and you know what I mean? I try to be more metaphorical with my shit lately, and for that reason, sometimes like it will halt my process. I'll rewrite something 12 times. You know what I mean? Like I'll write it, I'll get halfway through like 16 or, you know, 8 bars into the verse, and I'll be like, do you know what? I don't really backtrack, write it the whole entire thing again. Do you know another thing I've been doing lately is that I'll write a song and then I'll flip it upside down. Like I'll write a song, first verse, second verse, third verse, and then I'll be like, do you want to know what? I like this third verse better as the first verse. And I like, you know what I mean? I'll flip the whole entire, I'll swap verses around. That's another thing I've been doing lately. Like I try to, like, instead of just settling on one thing, I'll be like, okay, I feel like I accomplished the message better if this is here. Like I wrote better towards the end of this song because I write everything linear, you know? Like when I'm writing on a beat, like I'll sit there and I'll write the whole entire song, like top to bottom. But then sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, I like the bottom better. So I'm going to put this up here, you know? So that's been kind of cool too. And for those reasons, the process is elongated. But as far as like writer's block, like I don't know what the hell to write about today, or I don't know what's this. Like, I don't know what it, maybe it's just because I'm a psychopath, but I don't have that, bro. It just doesn't happen.
Do you think like mental health and like a person's like understanding of spirituality, like kind of like go hand in hand? Do you think spirituality and mental health go hand in hand?
I think so, yeah. I think definitely, because you just like, you got to have your own things that you believe in. You know what I mean? Like you got to have like your own personal, everybody needs a belief system in one way or another, you know, no matter what the fuck it is, you know? Absolutely. So, and I feel like with that and, you know, being spiritual and all of that, like I feel like it kind of gives you purpose. And when you have purpose, like your mental health is better. Like when you know what your purpose is. Some people struggle to find purpose, and believing in something is a great way to find your purpose, you know? And I believe in what I'm doing with this music. I believe in, you know, like the decisions that I'm making right now. And for that reason, my mental health has been on an incline, but it was not in a good space, you know what I mean? And I guarantee you that there will be a time coming up soon where I got to deal with some other shit and it's going to go back down. That's how life is. It's a balance. It's highs and lows. So like you're going to, in that cognitive distortion, some days you wake up feeling like fucking the whole world's crashing down, and some days you wake up feeling like you could pick the whole entire world up. And it's just, that's the balance. And especially as an artist, like that happens, bro. I scroll on my timeline and I see, you know, craziness. Artists that are shooting their grandmas with their bazooka that are made it, and it's like I've been doing this shit for years, bro. And it's like writing, like thinking from the heart, writing, putting my soul on a page. You know what I mean? So sometimes like I see that shit and I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm not, you know, it's never gonna happen. Yeah. And then some days I wake up and it's like, nah, dude, you need to try harder. You need to get yourself in front of people. You need to do this because you are talented enough. You're just not. You're not in the right lane yet. Once you get in the right lane, then you'll be good, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know, constantly coaching myself in my own head, these little battles, these cognitive distortions, bro.
Hell yeah. Story of the two wolves, man. Yep. Which one you gonna feed? And I think you said something dope within all of that, where it's just like you're pouring into yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're not necessarily looking for the external factors. Oh, I'm not dwelling on that. I was like, no, let me pour into myself, pour into my dreams, what makes me feel good, and it helps shift everything else.
Right.
I think that's super powerful, and I hope everybody listens to the project so they can, you know what I mean, and,
I hope so
see
too,
the fruits of that.
I really do. I think that there's something for everybody on this project. There's a message for everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's very relatable because I'm talking about things that are like of everyday life, you know, and especially for artists, you know what I mean? But like there's something for everybody on there. But
hell yeah.
Yep.
Was there anything that we didn't get to cover that you want to let the fans know, let our audience know?
Just once again, shout out to y'all. Shout out to No Label. Shout out to Vibesat Studios and my homie Young AK for all the help that he did on this project, bro. Like he really was like behind the scenes, like the puppeteer with everything. Like I said, he with the visual identity was him. Like he engineered the whole entire project. So doing like a lot of the legwork and everything, that was all AK and Vibe side. So shout out to them for real. Shout out to you guys for having me. Shout out to everybody who's listened to the project already. And like Nelson said, please, if you haven't heard the project, please go listen to projects. I think you're really gonna like it. So
Hell yeah.
definitely.
No, yeah, man. You got anything you wanna? Any questions, Donnie? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
No Label the Pod. We out.
No Label the Pod.
No label, no